What's going on, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm going to be comparing two total wireless devices. First one being the Samsung Galaxy J3 Luna Pro. The second is the Alcatel Zip, aka Alcatel A30. I'm really interested to see how these two phones stack up together. Prices are nearly the same, so let's go ahead and get in with this comparison. Alrighty, y'all. So on the left, we got the Samsung Galaxy J3 Luna Pro. Could the name be any longer? It's also basically the J3 Emerge on Boost Mobile. They're the exact same spec, exact same everything. And on the right, we got the Alcatel Zip, which is a new phone. Both of these here are on Total Wireless. This phone is also known as the Alcatel A30, I want to say it is. So let's go ahead and get in with this comparison. Both of these here have 5-inch displays and they're basically about the same size. It does have a front-facing speaker right here on the Alcatel, and the speaker is on the side here of the Samsung, which is kind of hard to tell. Now the cache has been cleared on both of these, and we got everything done. Let's go ahead and look here, and we will clear out everything that has been opened. So let's go ahead and make sure we got everything cleared out, and we do. So let's go ahead first of all, and we'll go into CPU-Z and just see what we're dealing with here with both of these devices. Now on the Samsung, we have the 1.4 gigahertz 425, which is a quad-core processor with an Adreno 308 GPU. Over here, got a 5-inch device, 720 by 1280 resolution, 293 pixels per inch, with 1.5 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of storage, with around 10.34 out of the box. Now over here we have the 1.1 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 210, also a quad-core processor with an Adreno 304 GPU. Over here got a 5-inch display. This phone indeed does have a 720 by 1280 resolution display with screen density of 295, has 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of ROM with 11.76 available out of the box. So got that out of the way there. So yes, got a better processor here on the Samsung, but got more RAM here on the Alcatel. So we'll go ahead and go into Geekbench 4 and just see what kind of tests we did run and the history here. Let's go ahead and open this here up, and we will see which one came out ahead. And of course the Samsung pulled ahead at 544 single core score, 1453 multi-core score, and the Alcatel at 393 and 1067 on multi-core. So big difference there. And on N22 you're gonna probably see a big difference here as well. Actually you're not. 24,452 on the Samsung and 22,709 on the Alcatel. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead here and clear everything out, and we'll actually go ahead right now and get in with this comparison starting now. That was the Samsung. Go into YouTube. That was the Samsung once again. Go into calculator. Samsung. Let's go into calendar. And that may have been a mistap there. So we'll go back home and do calendar one more again. And that of course was the Samsung by a long shot. Go into clock. Samsung's taking it right now. Let's go into Google Plus. That was once again the Samsung. Let's go into camera. Gotta give it to the Samsung, I do believe. Go into IMDb. It's going to be the Samsung. Yeah, Samsung. So Samsung so far took every single app. They're being pressed at the exact same time. That was pretty equal there on Instagram between the two. Go into Play Store. That was the Samsung. So that's where the 1.4 quad core comes into effect. Even though it has more RAM here on the Alcatel, this 1.4 is just a little beast of a processor, and it just works very well for light to moderate usage. So let's go ahead and go into settings. That will be the Samsung again. Let's go into Snapchat. That was the Samsung, and I know I'm not logged in here. There we go. So let's go ahead and close that out again, since I had to sign me out of there. And we'll do that one more time. Let's go into Snapchat, and yep, it was a Samsung. So let's go ahead and go into Twitter. Now it's a mistap on my part again. I think I hit 2 apps at once. And what's going on there with Twitter? There we go. Now let's go back into Twitter once again here and see what happens. So it looks like that the Alcatel actually took that one. Let's go into Periscope. That was the Samsung. So looks like to me that the Samsung here is going to beat out the Alcatel in almost every single test. Now with the extra RAM in the Alcatel, I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to be. And I'm not really sure why it's having to download configurations, because I've already opened these once before. So what we're going to do, I hate to keep closing these apps out, but it's not really fair whenever one has to configure and one doesn't. So I will go ahead here as soon as this comes on, and I will actually close this one here out as well. I'm not trying to favor the Alcatel at all. I just want a fair test. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and go back in Temple Run 2. And the Samsung is going to get it, no doubt. It's going to be close, but I do believe that the Samsung will take it. Because Samsung it's just good, and both of these phones here are almost near the same price tag, give or take $10-$20. So it's already loaded up. This is barely even loaded. So of course the Samsung whooped it right there. So there's a big difference between the 1.1 210 and the 1.4 425. A huge difference there, which you don't need me to tell you that. So let's go ahead and go into Subway Surfer. And we'll look and see how gameplay is here on this game, between these two devices. I mean, just because one loads faster than the other does not mean that both phones don't play games good. Now, I did download Modern Combat 5. I think that's what it's called on the Alcatel. It would not handle it whatsoever. So I would not recommend that game or anything else. Let's go ahead and turn these volumes down here. Alright, got the volumes turned down here. It looks a bit frozen there on the Alcatel. I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead here and just play the game a little bit. Now, like I said, both of these here, well, I just smacked into something, but anyway, these are kind of different. But, so it's not really the same, because it is different. But anyway, it works good on these basic games, okay? Let's scroll over here and go into Crossy Road, and this will be, of course, the last test that I run. And I, of course, will try app management just to see the difference between the two. And I want to see if that extra ½ GB of RAM in the Alcatel helps out with the RAM management when reopening apps. These are quite a few apps opened right here on this test, so I expect RAM management to be bad, but we're going to do it anyhow. Now, I do want to say that I got this phone here on sale, luckily, at Best Buy for $50. The same price as the Alcatel Zip. Ready to go here. It's still on the first screen right here on the Alcatel. So it is slowing down. I'll get into that here in a little bit. But this phone here, most time you can get it for around $70, $50 here. And I gotta say, so far, I would much rather spend an extra $20 and get a much better device than the phone like this right here. I mean, both of them are 720p. Both of them have 5-inch displays. Both of them have 5 megapixel cameras in the rear, 2 in the front. But the Samsung is better. Just giving y'all a heads up on that there. So let's go ahead here and go into RAM management. So let's go ahead and scroll down here and we'll start into here. I may not do every single app. That was the Samsung. Go into YouTube. If I start seeing Samsung whoop it more, that was about even there. So I kind of call that a draw. And calculator, Samsung. That was Samsung once again. So it looks like, let's go ahead and skip into Google Plus here. And it looks like it's going to be the Samsung once again. So even though it has extra RAM, it looks like that it's just going to, that the J3 Luna Pro is going to just take it. And everything else. So we'll do just a couple more here. I'm not going to really do a whole awful lot. Let's go into Play Store. Already ready to go there on the Alcatel. So it did win one, which is really nice. Come on now, quit pushing into everything. Let's go into YouTube. I think we done YouTube. Anyway, you pretty much have the gist of it. Clock already open there on the Samsung. Camera, kind of the same way. I think that was the Samsung as well. If I get any of them wrong, let me know. Instagram here is, of course, the Samsung. So, of course, so far, hands down, the Samsung did take the Alcatel Zip. Now, like I said, both of these phones here, at times, you can get the Samsung for $50 at Best Buy on sale. Right now, I think it's $70. This phone here at Walmart costs $50. And, honestly, they're both not bad phones. The Alcatel is good if you want a front-firing speaker. The 720p display is kind of a low budget display. I mean, the Samsung does look better in the display. I didn't even know this was even 720 until I actually downloaded the app showing me it was 720. It looked like a very good 480 display, but at least it is 720 and it does work. Now, as far as reception goes, both of them are on par. Call quality is good on both. Reception is good on both. The camera is better on the Samsung. You can record in full 1080. Has a physical home button, which is really nice. This, however, does have a notification light on the Alcatel right up here in this corner. So if you like a notification light, then the Alcatel may be for you. Both phones do feel really good under basic usage. Both of them are going to work about the same. I have used the Alcatel as much as the Samsung, and to be honest with you, under normal usage, both of them are about equal. Of course, opening apps is faster on the Samsung. However, RAM management is not good on either one of them, but that's just the way it is. Both of them are budget devices, and honestly, to me, the clear winner here is the Samsung Galaxy J3 Luna Pro over the Alcatel Zip. So that's just my thoughts and opinions in the comparison of these two devices. If this was helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions or comments, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.